In the mood of the guys this week after the loss.
Well, this has been a hard loss. Like, we all took it on the chin, so we're ready to bounce back. Everybody came in with that grit, with that effort, They wanted to make up for our mistakes,
Was the mental aspect not there at all on Saturday?
Well, I wouldn't say the mental aspect wasn't there as much as we started slow. We were not really in the game as a whole team. So the goal for next week is to start faster and just make everything clear. Make them show them who we are.
What was the Sunday film session like, and then the last 2 days of practice? You feel like you've put that game behind you?
The film session was pretty tough. Coming from a loss like that, it's really hard. But our film sessions are always an occasion, like a chance to get better. Learn from your mistakes and just put it behind you and get into the next week with a positive attitude.
In terms of the last two practices, no, it's fine. How do you feel like those have gone for you guys?
I think they've been pretty good. Usually we put our past game behind on Mondays. We don't really think about it the following week. So the past 2 days have been focused about our new opponent, New Hampshire, and they've been pretty good. I think overall, offense, defense, special teams.
Coach Bates said he wants more turnovers from you guys. What are you guys doing? How do you try to emphasize that or get more turnovers?
Well, I would say that turnovers are one of the main focuses for every defense in the country. You get turnovers, you win the games. So we have drills every team period. We're focused on just stripping the ball, catching it in the air, and making plays on the ball when we can. So.
Do you still also have to emphasize, and I know one of the things they said is being within the framework of the defense, not trying to do too much. Does that go with turnovers too, where somebody could try to do too much to get a turnover? You have to stay within the scheme?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really important point of emphasis. Especially in tight games, hard games, people start to try to do too much. And when you start to do too much, you forget about your job. So something that we emphasize going to this week is no matter how hard, what's the situation, what the conditions of the game are, just do your job at an excellent level. Don't try to do too much. Just do your job perfectly.
What are the video sessions with Coach Partridge like after any game? You mentioned that there was an occasion. What's it like to be in a room with him, whether you win or whether you lose?
Well, that's the great part. It doesn't matter if you win or you lose. You just learn from the film session. We go through each and every single play, each and every single detail, and we try to get the biggest lesson out of it. Either it's a win or it's a lose. Sometimes it's tough because you might win a big game, you're happy, and Coach P just brings you back down to earth and tell you you still got to fix this, and that, and it's a great chance to learn.
Is he an animated coach? Does he talk a lot, yell a lot? What's he like behind closed doors?
He's a passionate coach. That's a great part about him. We take his maybe yelling or stuff as passion, not as a personal attack.
Right.
So
there was one play on Saturday. It was like a 3rd and 31, and and they threw out a bubble screen. You end up chasing the guy down on sideline. Do you think you were that fast to be able to catch up and make that tackle?
I mean, that's pure effort. That's a great part of our defense. We all put effort in what we do. We all run to the ball. We never loaf, and that's what we're trying to do every single play. So, yeah, that's always the goal.
How about you're facing an opponent that's FCS? Mm-hmm. How do you make sure Saturday, what needs to be said, or what do you need to do to make sure that mindset is where it needs to be, facing an opponent that people think that you should beat?
As a D-line, as a whole team, we just have this attitude that whoever we play, it doesn't matter, is the best opponent that we're going to play this season. So that's our preparation, that's our film watching, everything is towards them. We look at every single thing, and we just give them the respect that they deserve. Every team is. At the end of the day, this is D1 football. No game is easy. They have guys on scholarship as we do, so never underestimate anybody and go into the week and into the game giving them the right respect.
As far as chasing a guy down, it was obviously an effort, but you're an old wide receiver too.
Yeah.
You You have enough speed to be able to catch those guys, right?
Yeah, that was the speed from the old days as a wide receiver.
Were you measuring the 40 lately?
We've done a couple 40s during the summer, but nothing lately.
What's your best time?
They didn't tell us, so
Oh, they didn't tell
I'm
you?
not really sure. Yeah.
Who are some of the younger DNs that you feel are stepping up? Maybe one or two guys who you've noticed over the last few weeks that's progressing well.
As a younger guys, or
Yeah, younger.
surely Dayon Hayes has made a lot of step forward. He's still got to get the few details that are going to make him a great player. Nakai Johnson, and overall everybody has been improving even during the season, stepping up. I could tell you everybody really. Naquan Johnson, Naquan Brown, sorry. Sam Williams, everybody as a whole D-line.
With Dayon, where have you seen him grow over the last few weeks?
Well, I would say he's a playmaker. He was like all of us. We're used in high school to see the ball, get the ball, and make plays. But he grew from a scheme point of view. Like he know what he's doing. Like he know what he's facing. He can read offense a little better, and that's the way that we all grow.
I know you probably don't do a ton of one-on-ones in practice, but what can you say as a defender about Lucas Kroll and how tough he is to try to defend?
I would say he's a great blocker. I think we saw it during the games. He's a really good blocker. He's a good route runner, and it's always fun to go against him. It's a challenge, you know. I love challenges. That's what makes you better.
What can you say about Kalijah Cansey and kind of what he's able to do? I mean, it feels like every game there's at least one play where he's just blowing the dude up and getting to the quarterback and kind of doing that.
I'll say he's a playmaker. He's a great player. He played with great fundamentals, and that's something that I took from his game as well. The first game didn't go as I wanted to, and we just had a little chat. We were watching film together, and he said what to focus on every game is fundamentals. We have our fundamentals in the D line, and he helped me in my game too. So.